What is this Gauss integration? So whenever you want to integrate something, so it is difficult to integrate in computers. So what we use is, so the computer, we use some technique, a technique to integrate inside the computer. So the technique is like a Fourier series, something we have to multiply and you have to identify what is the summation. And we use this technique to solve any integration problems. What is this? So this is a numerical way of integrating any definite integrals. So integral only we will separate it into two. So indefinite and definite. Indefinite veru integral இருக்கும். So there is no upper or lower limits. So whenever I say definite integrals, it means it should have a lower limit and a upper limit. Okay, that is what we call it as a definite integrals. So this is a method to use numerical integration. So whatever the method, so by using for definite integrals. So that is the main thing. So how we are going to do is, we will consider this. So if I have a function f with respect to x, so and my limit is from -1 to +1. So what we can do is, we can make it as a summation of I, which is from 1 to n, wi f of xi. So this is the function. Okay, so இதுதான் வந்து இன்டகிரேஷனுக்கு யூஸ் பண்ற ஒரு மெத்தட். So whenever you have a function, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a summation which is 1 to n, which is multiplied with the weighted function along with your functions, along with the terms which is related to that. So இதுதான் வந்து it is shown here. So I can able to see here. Okay, so wi is a weighted function. This is a weighted function. Okay, so f of xi, so I is with respect to what is the number which is related to this. Okay, so இதுல ஒரே ஒரு வேரியபிள் என்னன்னா இந்த n எப்படி வந்துச்சு? Okay, so because I is varying from 1 to n. So what is this n? So n என்றது வந்து, it is related to order of your integral. This is purely related to the order of the integral. What is order of integral? For example, if I have a function f of x, the f of x வந்து x cube plus x square plus 1 இப்படி இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. So this is my order. Okay, so maximum இந்த x க்கு வந்து maximum order வந்து 3. Okay, so this is order 2, maximum வந்து order வந்து 3. Okay, based on this only you will get this n. Okay, right? So அது எப்படி ஈக்குவேட் பண்ணோம்னா, we have to use this formula. So 2n minus 1 is equal to order. So when I say it is maximum order. Okay, so இங்க வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷன் x cube னு இருக்கு, 3 தான் வந்து maximum order. So அப்ப 2n minus 1 is equal to 3 னு வச்சுக்கணும். So அப்படி வச்சேன்னா what you will get? You will get 2n is equal to 3 plus 1. So n will be 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. So அப்போ வந்து இங்க n வந்து 2 னு போடணும். இப்போ என்னன்னா, for example, if your order is x power 5, okay, let me consider f of x is equal to x power 5. So what is my order? If order 5 is my order, so which means I can say 2n minus 1 is equal to 5. In that case, 2n is equal to 6, upper n is equal to 3. Okay, 6 by 2, which will be 3. Okay, so the n is purely related to the order, maximum order of your function. So n இருக்கும். So what happens this? So can you tell me? So f of x is equal to sin x. இதுக்கு என்ன இருக்கும் order? This is 1. So whatever it is, the power is 1 here. So which means 2n minus 1 is equal to 1. So n is equal to 1. Okay, so this is this is what we call it as an order. Okay, right. So wi is a weighted function, and f of I is what are the value you are going to put. We have to consider it accordingly. Okay, so now we discuss about this n. n na என்னன்னு கண்டுபிடிச்சோம். இது எது எப்படி ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணனும், we identified. Now we have to think about how to identify this wi and how to identify this xi. Okay, what will be the value related to this? Okay, so for this we have a separate tabulation. So let me discuss it. So let me go for the next slide. Let me consider here. Okay, so number of points n, so it is related to location and weighted function. If n is equal to 1, அப்ப x1 என்ன வரும்னா 0 வரும், w1 என்ன வரும்னா 2 வரும். Okay, so இதுல வந்து we have only x1 which is 0 and w1 is 0 2. If n is equal to 2, what will happen? Your x1 is plus, your x1 is plus 0.577, your x2 is minus 0.577. Okay, okay, so plus or minus in the otherwise you can also consider as plus root 1 by 3 minus root 1 by 3. Okay, so this root 1 by 3 is nothing but this 0.577. Always you use this one, don't use this one. இது யூஸ் பண்ண வேணாம், ஏன்னா வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா இது வந்து ஒரு you can use only this 3 terms. அது வந்து ரொம்ப அப்ராக்சிமேட்டா இருக்கும். 1 by 3 னு யூஸ் பண்ணீங்கன்னா you will get more accurate answer. Okay, that's why you always use this one, plus 1 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. Okay, this is applicable when n is equal to 2. When n is equal to 3, okay, when n is equal to 3, then x1 is plus root 3 by 5, x2 on the 0, x3 on the minus root 3 by 5. Similarly, w1, so there on the w1 is 0.55, w2 is 0.88. Okay, w3 is 0.55. W3 is also 0.55. Okay, so we have one more. So this is related to w1 and w2. So w3, this is for w2. Okay, so this is your terms. So idu vandu you have to remember, the table is very important. So you have to remember this table. So 5 by 9, 8 by 9, root 3 by 5, these things up to this, at least up to 3 you have to remember. Okay, so 4 வந்து ரொம்ப டீடைலா போக வேணாம். So 4 வந்து வராத வாய்ப்புகள் இல்லை. So 3 means your order வந்து எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? So it will be around 6. So x power 6 ல இருந்ததுன்னா என்ன வரும்? So 7 வரும். So 7 by 2 3.5. So அப்ப கூட 3.5 வந்தா கூட we can use 3. Okay, let me consider this problem. What is the maximum degree here? Can anyone tell me what is the maximum order?
Sir, 4, sir.
Yeah, very good. So maximum order on the 4. Appo what you have to do is I have to put 2n minus 1 is equal to 4. So which means I will get 2n is equal to 5. So when you go on this, it is 5. So which means n is equal to 5 by 2, which is around 2.5. Okay, so when you get in between, so the 2.5 அப்படின்னு வந்துச்சுன்னா you can consider 2. No need to worry about that. So you always consider 2 or 3. It is up to you. Okay, so more the value you are getting, you will get more accurate value. So lesser the value, you will get more approximate value. Okay, so இந்த மாதிரி 2.5 வந்துச்சுன்னா நீங்க வந்து n வந்து 2 ஆவும் எடுத்துக்கலாம் இல்ல 3 ஆவும் எடுத்துக்கலாம். It is up to you. Okay, so you just look at the question. So question வந்து இது ஒரு 60, actually it's a 16 mark problem. So when you have in a 16 mark problem, you make it for 3. Okay, so you always go for higher level so that you'll get more accurate answer, right? Okay, so when I consider, so you're getting n is equal to 2.5, so I am going to consider n is equal to 3, right? So for n is equal to 3, you know that it is a 3-point quadrature. So which means what is my x1? X1 is root 3 by 5, x2 is 0, x3 is minus root 3 by 5. Similarly, w1 is 5 by 9, w2 is 8 by 9, and w3 is 5 by 9. So this is what we discuss in this tabulation. In the tabulation, okay, so the same thing, right? So these things is over now. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to multiply with this with respect to that. Okay, so what is my f of x? My f of x is x4 minus 3x plus 7. So the formula will be like this. So sigma I is equal to 1 to n is 3, w1, so wi f of xi. There is the formula, which means what you will get when I substitute I is equal to 1, we will get w1 f of x1 plus sigma summation plus n2, so I on the 2 per I2 on the w2 f of x2 plus அடுத்தது 3 ஆனதுன்னா w3 f of x3. Okay, so this is my functions. So நான் என்ன பண்ணணும், w1 w2 w3 கண்டுபிடிக்கணும், f of x1 f of x2 f of x3 கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு இந்த மாதிரி if I multiply and add you will get the solution. Okay, this is the process. So w1 w2 w3 already we identified. Okay, so what we identified, what is my w1? W1 is 5 by 9. What is my w2? You know, 8 by 9. What is my w3? 5 by 9. Okay, this 3 we already identified. So only thing is I have to identify these things, so which is related to your fx1, fx2 and fx3. Okay, so first let us identify fx1. So if I want fx1, so I will put everything as x1. So x1 power 4 minus 3x1 plus 7. Okay, so உங்களுக்கு தெரியும் what is my x1? So it is root 3 by 5.
Sir, in the values la constant தானே sir எல்லா சமக்கும்?
It's a constant, always constant. எல்லா ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கும் இந்த வேல்யூ வந்து constant. So when I consider root 3 by 5, I have substituted. Okay, so இங்க வந்து fractionல போட்டிருக்கேன். Let me consider it like this. So root 3 by 5 whole power 4 minus 3 into root 3 by 5 plus 7. So இதான் வந்து f of x1. Okay, so just use your calculator, identify what is the value of f of x1. Okay, so we are doing in fractions. When you do that, so I will erase all these things. When you do that, you are getting 5.0 to this. So you can go for 4 decimal places, or at least for 4 decimal places, so that it will be, you will get more accurate answer. Okay, so it is 5.0362. Okay, this is fx1. Similarly, what I have to do, I have to identify fx2. Okay, so w1 f1 multiply பண்ணனும், இது அப்புறம் கூட multiply பண்ணிக்கலாம். So anyway, so when you multiply, this is nothing but 5 by 9. Okay, this is nothing but 5 by 9. So when I multiply, we are getting w1 f of x1 is 2.797. Okay, similarly, so I will go for x2. So when I go for x2 on the 0. Right? So according to this 3 point la வந்து x2 வந்து 0. So அப்ப x2 0 னு apply பண்ணா you will getting 7. So w2 f of x2 னு போட்டீங்கன்னா you will get something. Okay, so you will get another value. Right? Similarly, when you go for x3 is minus root 3 by 5. Okay, so minus வரும். So based on that you will get another value. Okay, so now I got all these 3 values, w1 f of x1, so w2 f of x2 and w3 f of x3. Right, so only thing is I have to add all these 3. Okay, when you add all these 3, what will get, you're getting 14.399. this is your approximate solution, around 14.4. Okay, that is my integration value. So we will check manually. So in the problem, in the very problem 16 mark la eppadi keppanga, they will ask you to do it in Gaussian integration, and they will also ask you to verify it by using your normal integration approach. Okay, so உங்களுக்கு clean-ஆ தெரிஞ்சிரும் உங்க answer correct-ஆ wrong-ஆன்னு. So surely you will be confirmed that you are getting 16 marks. Okay, so இதுனா x power 4 minus 3x plus 7, right? So that is the function. Let me consider it. So integral minus 1 to plus 1 x power 4, sorry, minus 3x plus 7. Let me integrate it. So when I integrate x power 4, what you will get? You will get x power 5 by 5 minus 3 x integrate panna x square by 2 plus 7x. So when you substitute it from minus 1 to plus 1. So upper limit apply பண்றோம். So when I apply upper limit, it is 1 by 5 minus 3 by 2 plus 7 minus, இப்போ lower limit, I am applying lower limit, minus போட்டுட்டேன். So now putting this minus again here. So what you'll get? You will get minus 1 by 5 because x power minus, so it is minus 1, right? When you substitute it, minus 1 power 5 is minus. Okay. This is minus 3 by 2. Minus 1 multiply பண்ணா minus 1 square வந்து plus தான். So there is no difference. So இந்த இடத்துல வந்து minus 7. Okay. So this is my value. So what will get? I will get 1 by 5 minus 3 by 2 plus 7 plus 1 by 5. Okay. Plus 3 by 2 plus 7. Okay. So in that case, you can cancel this 2. You are getting 2 by 5 plus 14. Okay. So you know that 2 by 5. So it is around, maybe it will be around 0.4. So this is 0.4. So plus 14. So you are getting 14.4. So you are getting really the same values in Gaussian method. Right? So இது ரெண்டுமே verify பண்ணணும். Right? So this is how you have to solve problems related to this. Okay. Anyway, so this we call it as xi. Okay. இது வந்து xi. Okay. அதே மாதிரி வந்து x, x இதுல xi, இது வந்து பேருக்காக நான் மென்ஷன் பண்றேன், xi. ஓகேவா? xi. Okay. So அதே மாதிரி you have eta. ஈட்டான்றது வந்து இப்படி ஒரு சிம்பிள் இருக்கும். Okay. So this xi always represent x axis. Eta always represents y axis. Right? So sometimes you will get a problem like this. What it means is you have to rewrite this equation in terms of x axis. ஏன்னா xi என்னது x axis நான் சொன்ன மாதிரி. So அப்ப என்ன பண்ணோம்? You have to write it like this. I is equal to integral minus 1 to plus 1 4x cube minus 2x square plus 3x plus 6. Nothing. So இவ்வளவுதான். Very simple. Okay. Right? Into dx. அவ்வளவுதான். So xi indicates x axis. Sometimes questionல வந்து xi-யும் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க, ஈட்டாவும் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க. அப்படின்னா இங்க ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் இதே கொஸ்டின்ல xi cube eta அப்படின்னு கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா x cube y அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். Right? So that is the difference. So eta means y axis, xi means x axis. Right? So let me consider here. So in the ப்ராப்ளத்துல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா we are converting this. So this is my term. I is equal to minus 1 to plus 1, 4x cube minus 2x square plus 3x plus 6. So this is the question which is they asked was 16 marks. Okay. So now what we are going to do is we are going to substitute, identify what is the value of n. N எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கணும்? So you know that 2n minus 1 is equal to maximum order. Maximum order is 3. So அப்ப இங்க 3 போடணும். So 3 போட்டீங்கன்னா what you'll get? You will get 2n is equal to 4. So which means n is equal to 2. Okay. So now I have to choose n is equal to 2. When I choose n is equal to 2, so இங்க tabulation வச்சிருக்கேன். So n2 என்ன? x1. What is my x1? My x1 has to be plus root 1 by 3. My x2 is minus root 1 by 3. Okay, n2 undana, so these are the terms. Similarly, what is my w1? W1 is 1. W2 is also 1. Sorry, W2 is also 1. Okay, these are my terms. Okay. So now what we can do is we have to substitute it accordingly. That's it. So you know that. So since x is equal to, so n is equal to 2, what is my function? So sigma, so summation I is equal to 1 to 2 wi f of xi. இது எப்படி அதெல்லாம் w1 f of x1 plus w2 f of x2. These are my terms. So we already identified. So we know that this is 1, this is also 1. So no need to worry. So only thing is I have to identify w of f of x1 and f of x2. Okay. So now you know that f of x1 is equal to, just put x1, that's it. So in this 4x1 cube minus 2x cube 2x1 square plus 3x1 plus 3x1 plus 6. Okay, this is my term. So now substitute. What is my x1? X1 is plus 1 by root 3. So substitute பண்ணுவோம். So 4 into root 1 by 3 whole cube minus 2 root 1 by 3 whole square plus 3 into root 1 by 3. See, make sure root வந்து ரெண்டுத்துக்கும். Okay, so 1க்கு மட்டும் அந்த மாதிரி கிடையாது. So make sure it is root, whole term is root plus 6. Okay, so can anyone tell me what will be the value of this?
Sir, 7.8351.
7.8351.
8351.
Okay, 7.8351. Thank you. Next, we go for fx2. Same. So 4x2 square, sorry, x2 cube minus 2x2 square plus 3x2 plus 6. So x2 is minus 1 by 3. So now 4 minus 1 by 3 the whole cube minus 2 minus 1 by 3 1 by root. Anyway, so இப்படி போட்டாலும் சேம் தான். Okay, so square minus இங்க மைனஸ் வெளியே போட்டுட்டேன் 3 into 1 by 3 plus 6. Okay, so now this is the value of f of x2, 2.8316. Okay, thank you. So now we got all these things. Only thing is I have to identify what is my answer related to that. So it is w1 f of x1 plus w2 f of x2. This is equal. W1 is 1. F of x1 is 7.8351. So 7.8351 plus w2 is 1 into. This is also 2.8316. Just add this two. Tell me what will be the value. Okay. So this is the normal method. Hope you can do the same for integration. So integrate பண்ணியோ you can get the answer. Okay, நான் அதை பண்ண போறதில்ல. So you just tell me the answer for this. You integrate and check it out. Okay, so calculator கூட integrate பண்ணலாம். So if you know that, you can integrate that also for verification purpose. But examல வந்து கண்டிப்பா வந்து normal integration பண்ணணும்.
Sir, 10.6667.
10.6667. Okay, so the answer is 10.6667. Okay, so this is the answer for the integration. So whatever we do, we consider this one. Here you have two integrations. Okay, so ஏற்கனவே வந்து இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம பார்த்தீங்கன்னா only one integration. Okay, so இது -1 to +1 இருக்கும். So actually இந்த மேல வந்து தப்பா போட்டிருக்காங்க. -1 கீழே இருக்கணும், +1 மேல இருக்கணும். So this is wrong. Okay, so the problem here is this is plus, this is minus. Okay, so you have an integration from -1 to +1, but you have x and y. You have two terms, dx, dy. Okay, so if you have a term like this, right, and they clearly mentioned நீங்க வந்து 2n minus 1லாம் பண்ணக்கூடாது ஏன்னா மென்ஷன் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. You have to solve by 2-point scheme. What do you mean by 2-point scheme? Your n is 2. Consider n is 2 and solve this problem. Okay, they are clearly mentioned. No need to solve. You need to identify. Okay, so identify பண்ணாலும் what will get maximum power is 2. So which means you will get 1.5. Okay, n has to be 1.5. So they are asking you to solve it in 2. Okay, right. So how to derive something like this? So இதுக்கு வந்து என்ன ஃபார்முலாவா இருக்கும்? So அப்படி பாத்தீங்கன்னா it is similar to that. So my summation is 2 summation now. One வந்து representing I. Okay, 1 to n. Other one is representing j, 1 to n. Okay, and we have to represent w in terms of I comma j and f also in terms of I comma j. Okay, இதுதான் வந்து உங்களோட ஃபங்க்ஷன். ஸோ இங்க வந்து என்ன இருக்கு, இங்க 2 இருக்கு இல்லையா? ஸோ this is 2, this is 2. In that case, what will be my equation? அப்படி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா first let me consider I alone. I வந்து மல்டிப்ளை பண்றேன், j வந்து அப்படியே இருக்கு. Okay, I'm not considering j. So I will get the list first, then we'll proceed. First I மட்டும் நான் போட்டேன்னா what will get? I'll get w1. Okay, w1 into wj நான் இன்னும் பண்ணல. So I கமான்றது வந்து it is another term, wi wj. Okay, wi wj. So wj நமக்கு பண்ணல. So this is wj. Okay, right? Next, f of இது வந்து x வந்து 1, இது வந்து j, right? Plus இப்போ 1 முடிஞ்சிச்சு, அடுத்து 2 போறோம். 2 போனோம்னா w2 into wj f of x2 comma j. Okay, so இந்த jன்றது வந்து actually, so sorry, I am a little bit தப்பா போட்டுட்டேன். So actually what has to be here is it is a function which is related to x and y இல்லையா? So அதனால this is yi, yj. So what I am doing is x is denoting I and y is denoting j. Okay, so அதான் வந்து we have it. So இங்க கூட வந்து function, so I will write it here. So function is to be wi wj. So one is representing x, other is representing y. Okay, so இது வந்து this is what the term is. This is y actually. This y, this is also y. Right? This is my first term. So இப்போ வந்து j யூஸ் பண்றேன். j யூஸ் பண்ணா what will get? First j1 யூஸ் பண்ணனா I will get w1, இதுவும் w1, ஏன்னா j வந்து இப்போ 1, f of x1 comma y1 plus w2 அப்படியே இருக்கு into w1 f of x2 comma y1, இது first term, plus second term w1 j க்கு பதில் இப்போ 2, w2 f of x1 comma y2 plus w2 into j is 2 now, w2 f of x2 comma f of x2 comma y2. Okay, this is my summation. Any doubt on this?